everybody? It's your girl Brooke Lewis, and we are back with episode 2 of Faith Unfiltered. Now, this episode is all things mental health and how we navigate it as not only Christians, but as Christians in college. In today's video, I have 2 very special guests. If you will give your major, your first and last name, and your classification. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Zanae Wallace. I'm a freshman psychology major, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
My name is Armani Polk. I am a junior, and I am a computer science major. And I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Hey now. Well, Dallas.
With that being said, let's start this episode of Faith Unfiltered.
I am blessed, I am blessed. I am blessed, I am blessed. I am blessed, I am.
Okay, y'all, so as we talked about, this conversation is all about mental health as not only Christians, but being in college. So I know it's always different for us to navigate, like, who's your friend, how do you balance social life, God, and, everything that comes along with being in college and just staying grounded. So the first question I want to ask y'all is, what exactly is mental health to you? Whoever wants to answer first.
Okay. I can go. You want to go? You go. I can go. Okay. I would say, it can look different for everybody because we all have our own routines. We all have our own things that makes us feel grounded and stable and like ourselves. And so I think good mental health is just feeling like yourself. It may be whatever routine you may need to stop doing certain things and hone in on other things. But it's understanding who you are, what your mind needs, what your body needs, what your spirit needs. Getting to know yourself so that you can be on level ground, whatever it is that you're doing. So that's what I would say. Mental health.
For me personally, I see mental health as self-care. I think, just like Zanae said, it's something that make sure that you feel like yourself. So I feel like doing things that make you feel like yourself, or putting yourself first in certain situations and everyday life, honestly, so that you can stay in a place of stability. I think that's very important. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, so leading into that, what is y'all's favorite scripture, prayer, or just routine in general to get y'all back to this is who I am, let me get back in that position, let's just focus.
One Bible verse that comes to me personally is that God is close to the brokenhearted. Even though it's not necessarily about taking care of yourself, for some reason it really comforts me, and it lets me know I'm not alone in this.
Right.
God is close even when I feel like he's far, Yeah. So that's why I feel about that.
I love that.
That is very good.
That was a word for me.
I don't know, y'all. I think in those type of things, I be kind of like a black sheep because I don't really think I have a favorite scripture, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's for me, as far as what reels me back in spiritually, it's just getting into the word, period. It's whatever is being given to me in the moment. And so there's nothing really that I can remember, no verse or anything that's okay, let me pull it back in. It's just, let me get into the word, and that's my reminder. So whatever I'm given in that moment is just kind of what helps me and what moves me.
I love that. For me, I think it's gospel music.
Hey,
Gospel music is always I feel unstable, I feel confused, I feel sad, I feel what do I do? Gospel music. That's it every time for me. I literally walk around campus, and when I have those AirPods in, I'm listening to my gospel music. Because it's just about to walk in class, I feel anxious about this test, or financial aid. Gospel music is always my comeback. Come on back. Okay. Leading into that, me and my friends were talking about therapy and therapists the other day. I want to get y'all's perspective on how y'all feel about therapy, therapists, and just the whole thing in general.
Okay.
Whoever wants to take it first.
Okay, shoot.
I don't know. Okay. Growing up, I actually wanted to be a therapist. So I don't think there was ever a time where I didn't believe in therapy, or I didn't believe that it was helpful. I've personally never been to therapy. I want to go. But I feel especially as believers, I think it is important to go to therapy. And I think that it should be centered around Christ's values. So just because as the world is changing and things are getting like, people are hurt, even as a therapist, people are hurt or they're raised a certain way and it might not align with you completely. So I feel like it opens a door of confusion where it's like, okay, I don't really understand that from that perspective. So it's not really helping me, even if they are trying to help, or I can't really accept that, or I can't really, digest that because the way that they are as a person and that, they're trying to help in their way.
Yeah.
So I feel like if someone is aligned with you in those values, maybe you're able to like stomach it a little better with Christ therapy.
Yes, I really like that. And it's important, like I feel like anytime you go to therapy, it should be with somebody that is more aligned with you.
Yes.
At the end of the day, like, of course it isn't your friend or whatever. It's a professional environment, of course, because that's their job. But it's like, still there should be you see me on this level, like we're here type of thing. So I definitely agree with that. I 100% believe in it. And I especially believe in it for people who be in the church and have grown up in the church. Because me, I almost kind of have restarted my journey with Christ because my dad is a pastor. So I've known that forever, but I haven't known it for myself. And so the important thing that I have done is remembering that like you can't receive everything from everybody. You can't, just because you're in the church and they say something, don't mean that it's right. Don't mean that that's a principle that you need to live by. Don't mean it's in the word. And so I feel like it's important to, I forgot why I was saying that, y'all. Hold on. Because I want to make sure. Oh, I remember why I said that. So especially if you grow up in the church, because they'll put certain things in you that may not be right, and you listen to them because they're above you, or you feel like they know what's best. But that stuff creeps in, and then it goes on to other people. It gets into the relationship that you have because you have maybe false ideas and narratives and stuff. And so I think it's very important for people who believe in God to go to therapy, especially if they've been in the church, because you never know like what was being fed to you, if that was what you need, and if that's going to be a negative or a positive in your relationships. So I'm all for therapy personally. I have been to therapy myself, and I can safely say that I am proud of the person I am, and I can't say I fully would be if I didn't go. If I didn't have those type of experiences and conversations and like just real talks with people who knew better than me.
Right.
So I would 100% say therapy all day.
I love that. I think I'm all in favor of therapy. Like Armani said earlier, I haven't personally been to therapy, but I'm all for it because I always feel that God puts people in our lives for different situations. Especially in the Black community, it's like a girl, you fine, go to sleep.
Right.
Or therapy is looked down on, certain things, and I always feel like it's important to talk to somebody, especially somebody who's licensed and professional, just like you go to the doctor if you had something, wrong with you. Therapy is like that for me too.
Yeah,
so I'm all for therapy. Oh, I love that y'all are for therapy. Okay, we got that therapy. Okay, let's do therapy. We're all therapy. Y'all go to therapy. You need to talk to somebody. Go to therapy. Your homegirl is good. Your mama is good. But go speak to somebody licensed too. Okay, so as college students, how do you guys balance social life, your faith, and rest? Because for me, I think I'm still trying to figure it out. So I want to know, like, how do y'all balance it? Because I'll take some stuff from y'all.
I think you can lead on this.
Okay, with this one, I am still trying to find a good balance that I feel like is healthy. But I think one thing that I'm trying to do, like I'm thinking and I'm trying to put in action is like moderation in certain things that I don't necessarily need to put all my energy into. I don't have to always put so much energy into this or into this, just so I can balance the things I think that are more important, like God. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, when all of this passes away, all we got is God. So I feel like doing those things that are important, but maybe aren't as important. Just knowing when to pick up, or put down those things, so that there's more of a balance. Because I'm still working on that.
That's good. That's good.
Moderation. I can take this today. this not so much.
Right.
That's what I need.
Yes, I like that. I really do like that. I mean, I'm in the same boat as y'all. Like, I'm still working on it, and especially this is my first year in college, and so it's one of those where, especially last semester, I didn't have it at all. Yeah. But still, with knowing I didn't have it and knowing what wasn't working, I moved it to this semester, and already there's improvement. And so it's just like I just got to keep figuring it out, and then taking it to the next one, taking it to the next one. But I mean, I also feel like we are in college, and college is to prepare you for the rest of your life. Yeah. And so like this is a time where it's like, even if you graduate and say like, dang, I still didn't figure it out, it was that preparation. You're in a totally different spot than you were before. Yeah. And so like in the same way that like you're not coming to these classes to jump into your career the next day, you're coming into these classes to prepare yourself for the career that you're gonna be in. It's the same thing, you know, like the way that you try and balance, try and sort out, you know, what do you need, what don't you need, how much do I need to be in my word, when can I divide, all of that. It's all the preparation to prepare you for the rest of your life. And this balance is really good. So I don't got it. I do not got it yet, but it's, you know, that's kind of the point of this whole thing is we figured it out, you know, so yeah.
I also want to say like one thing specifically, like I guess with like homework and like social life and friends, I think also I think being ahead of the game, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like being ahead of like, okay, you know you have this to do, like just being proactive, I think, which is something I struggle with. But
that's real.
At least it's in my mind. Like I'm aware of that. So I think just being proactive, like, oh, I know that I have this class at this time. Let me get up a little earlier, try to read my Bible, pray, so I can start my day off right. Or let me listen to this song because I know, you know, it gets me right there, so like I can enjoy the rest of my day or whatever that may be. I think just being proactive is a good choice.
That's good. I also feel like having people in your life that'll hold you accountable.
Yes.
So whether it comes to your parents and they're like, Brooke, I need you to stay on top of it, or even like having good relationships with your professors. Me and Armani being roommates, it's like, Armani, did you do your homework? But didn't you have class to go to at 9:30? I think it's all about, you know, having those people in your corner too that'll push you for what you want to, the end goal, basically. Oh, I love this. Yeah, I'm sad because this is the last question.
Okay, that's
okay. So if you had to leave college students with one piece of advice, in general, but mainly on mental health, what would it be?
Okay, that's a good question.
I would say everything that you're going through, put it at the feet of Jesus. Like, there's just so much that we go through as not only black females or just black people at a HBCU, but just as young adults. So I feel like it's so important to put everything that you're dealing with at the feet of Jesus, because we cannot juggle it all. I used to say, I am not an octopus. I do not have all those arms. I cannot hold all that stuff. Right. So I feel like just putting it all at the altar. You know what I'm saying? Putting it at his feet and surrendering it to him and just saying, you know what, I'm showing up. I'm praying, I'm reading my Bible, I'm doing my homework, I'm going to class, I'm trying to be there for my friends, I'm having a good time. I'm experiencing things as a young adult, but at the same time, I'm just like, everything that I'm going through, I'm just gonna put it there. Like, I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm showing up for myself, I'm showing up for others, I'm doing what I need to do. So anything that I cannot control, because I'm not God, put it at his feet. And he'll handle it, because he said, okay, you're letting me be God. I'm not gonna try to make myself God. Right. I'm showing him, hey, you're God. Handle it, because I can't do it. Because if I do, woo, I might not be here tomorrow. So just put it at his feet. That's what I would say for college students.
Oh yeah, I love that. I like that. That was good. Yeah, that was good. And that's real. I feel like I would say to go out and experience everything, because it wasn't until I came here that I genuinely felt the presence of God in me, you know, and not just standing in church or being in chapel and be like, oh, you know, it's feeling that within me. I felt for the first time being at HT. And it's because I went out and I did things. I went out and I joined gospel choir. I made sure I was in chapel on Thursdays, and especially gospel choir, because, you know, we go to all different churches and stuff, so you just get the message and you get the word. And then not only that, but what you said about like surrounding yourself with people you're already put in that space with like-minded people or people that want to grow, or maybe people who, I know we're not all perfect, of course we're in college, but like you may do better than me in certain ways, you know what I'm saying? And I need that, we need that from one another. We need to be able to take reference and have that support and everything. So I would say, like, really go out and experience, because you never know, like, it's not gonna happen, you know what I'm saying, if you just hold in, or if you are scared of everything all the time. You gotta go out and live your life so that you can receive all that it has to offer, and you just never know what'll happen, because I'm telling y'all, shoot, it was a struggle, you know what I'm saying, coming up in here and not really having the full presence of God in my mind, you know what I'm saying, and not really understanding where he was, or how I do this, how I do that, and like we said, like, it's still a journey to figure out, but like, I'm so blessed to be in a different position than I was when I came. So I would just say, you gotta get out there. You gotta get out there and let it come to you. You still have to put that. What Kerry Washington say? She said, you gotta pray to catch the bus and then you run.
And then
you don't
you
just
run.
You pray to catch the bus and you run to go catch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to put yourself in those positions, but like you have to give at the same time. You have to commit to it. And not just expect God to come to you. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to be there, but it's like, you know, you playing hide and seek. Like, okay, what do I need to do? You got to figure that out for yourself. So yes, exactly. So get out there, do the thing.
That's good. I think for me, and just experiencing like college for myself, I've learned that everybody's paths are different. Every day is a journey. I may make a mistake on Monday. On Tuesday, I know what I did. Let's fix it. Let's just continue to grow, stay rooted in the word, stay grounded. And I think for me, it's just showing myself grace. That's the only way I can continue to push forward every day, is saying, you know, it's okay. We serve a loving and forgiving God. So at the end of the night, I say, like, Lord, forgive me. I messed up today. But, you know, it's all about knowing, like, how to move forward and just keep pushing. This is a journey. Not only college, but life in general. This is just a season in our lives. So I think knowing, like, this is really big because we're in it now. Yeah. But, you know, when we 30 and 40, we look back, we like, wow, what was I talking about? Like, it matters, but at the end of the day, it's like, it wasn't even that serious. Right. So I think showing myself grace every day, that'll be my biggest thing.
Yes,
thank y'all so much for coming on Faith Unfiltered. I loved having y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you follow for episode 3. Bye.
Shall be called a woman. It was all woman when you saw me.
Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe.